What is going on, friends? We are back at the lab, and just because we won a Formula Drift Championship and the season's over does not mean things are over for RTR. We have been busy as crap since we left Irwindale, and I'm excited to share all of it with you. And oh, by the way, we've even got steps here, so we're gonna give you guys an update on the construction we've got going on. Let's get to it, friends.
Game of patience, isn't it?
So after Irwindale, I got to go home for almost 2 weeks before I headed back out west. Optima Batteries and Clarios put on this amazing event with the Peterson. We left LA as a squad, went to Joshua Tree, stayed at this really cool camp out in the desert, which had a bunch of motorhomes that we stayed in. It was really cool. Today, we head from here, Joshua Tree area, to Vegas, mainly by off-road. But there's this cool little place that we stayed last night. All trailers. Optima and the Peterson have put together a very cool experience. And so Lindsay Ross, our creative director, design director at RTR. 20-year friend of mine brought out his personal Bronco, which is basically our prototype Bronco Rover. It's our version 2 of it, so we put 37s on it, we put a rooftop tent on it, and Fox shocks on it, and this was our real maiden voyage for what will become a production vehicle into the future. It was a ton of fun. I was super impressed with the bolt-on Fox shocks and how our roof rack with the rooftop tent handled. We had a blast, laughing the whole way. We had a freaking mall crawler on the trail with us. He dented up his 24-inch wheels, but he was an amazing sport and got through these terrains. There's a few little dramas, but it was extremely comedic and very cool to see him, probably the only mall crawler ever to do the types of things he did in his truck. So respect to you, my man. It was the Far From Stock crew. And then we got to SEMA, and a lot of fun ensued. We'll come back to that in a minute. So before we dive into SEMA, while I'm out standing by our amazing Bronco RTRs, I wanted to share that James came to town. He said that he'd been off-roading before in Ireland with little Jimmies and stuff like that. And I took him to Uwharrie and took him to Daniel, which is, for those of you that know, the gnarliest trail. Big rocks, big stuff, and he did amazing. So the key is to create the ground clearance, right? So like when you're, exactly. So when you're looking at, like, a lot of people want to stay off the rocks, right? It's just like, oh, I don't want to run that over. But as long as your tires are on the rocks, you're not going to get jammed up or anything like that.
That's so when you have most ride height.
Exactly. So the line here, James, is your left tire gonna crawl up on this, and your right tire, like right here. Straighten up. Nice. I let him drive the Bronco Raptor for a little bit, then I put him in the RTR, pushed him up some obstacles. By push him, I mean push him out of his comfort zone, doing things he's not done before. And the dude's a pro. His throttle control, his brake control, his vehicle placement, as we know in drifting, translated very well to some serious hardcore off-road. So we had an absolute blast, always fun to get to spend time with James outside of the track. He's just so fun, such a good dude, and it was nice to to reset together in a beautiful forest. The leaves were just unbelievable, you know, changing colors and everything now that it's fall. So, heck yeah.
It's a game of patience, isn't it?
Oh, it's a game of patience.
I'm so impressed with what these can do. Like, we're asking a lot. You feel the steering load up against a rack and you need to give it a bit more and it just climbs and then frees up.
Yeah.
How did you pick the two motorsports that probably put more stress through steering arms than anything else?
I don't know, bro. They chose me.
Yeah.
I continue to be impressed and have so much fun with this truck's performance, as well as just a visual look out in the field of rocks and trees and woods. So it was an absolute blast. We did some R&D with some new products that we can talk about another time, but all in all, fun was had. All right, so back to SEMA. SEMA for me and our team has turned into insanity. It's literally morning to night, nonstop, like pick up a restroom if you can on the way to the next thing. Like, it's nuts. Not complaining, it's just what we do. And so what we had going on this year was that Shell brought us out, our partner on fuels. They had a full display, like a whole setup, and we were the center focus of that setup, doing drifting exhibitions, all three cars, myself, James, Ben, giving rides, doing door-to-door, stacking it up on each other, and getting a little bit crazy literally every single day. I mean, that's, if you do the math there, that's literally 24 hours of driving, beating on our Mustangs, and it was an amazing, amazing experience. Our rides are actually annual. Amazing RCR team. It's amazing to have a partner like Shell who is so committed to enthusiasts, providing amazing fuel at the pump for enthusiasts. So please make sure when you guys are filling up, you are supporting the brands that support the things that you guys love. They're an amazing, amazing partner that do some really great things, them and Pennzoil. So just a little tidbit to think about there. And so, you know, the driving was nuts. We had a couple little bit of contact. Ben went a little bit hard once. James went a little bit hard into Ben once. I had a little touch into James, I think. So we all had a couple little mistakes. Well, within 24 hours, we can't be freaking perfect every moment. The good thing is we didn't hit any walls, but we all had so much fun. And like our chemistry on the track together in this relatively small area, I mean, you'll see from these clips, like we were pushing it and finding the fun every lap. Lauren had to go to the Baja 1000. He was doing demos at Optima every day. And then on Friday, I jumped in at 10 o'clock in the morning and did a Bandito session for Optima and did some ride-alongs. And so just, you know, awesome to be working with our partners. In between that, a few meet and greets at people, you know, at Recaro, a couple meetings. We just had a lot going on. We did have one very, very special night on Thursday night. This is usually our team outing and what we, you know, I take everyone out and kind of celebrate the year. We brought in about 25 our team members and some other scragglers like Jared Deanda, Chris Forsberg, and a couple other brothers. Chelsea came out, and we had a freaking unbelievable fun party till like 4 or 5 in the morning. It was a great way to celebrate, and that 10 o'clock call time for driving Bandito came very quickly. I'm a professional, and I know how to make things happen, which I did. So SEMA was an incredible success for us. So much fun, and I'm looking forward to it. Well, I'm looking forward to a break and then looking forward to it already again next year. All right, so pop quiz for you all. I want to know what you think, right? I mentioned 24 hours, 4 days, 2 sessions a day, 3 cars. How many tires did we use? The first one that is closest to the number that we used we're gonna send you guys a little gift pack. So leave what you think in the comments, how many tires we used at SEMA for just the drift cars. I'm not even gonna bring Bandito into the circle, just the drift cars. So I mentioned Lauren had to leave SEMA. He went to the Baja 1000. He and my best bro, Eric Davis, was his co-driver, and they basically went there to meet with Ford Performance. Ford Performance campaigned 2 vehicles in the Baja 1000 this year, the Bronco DR, as well as the Raptor Ranger. Lauren, Bailey Campbell, John Williams drove the Ranger, and Brad Lovell, Jason Shearer, and excuse me, I don't know the third driver of that vehicle. That being said, they won both freaking classes. Like, Ford is undefeated at Baja the last couple years, winning everything that they've gone to. Huge testament to the team, to Ford, to the vehicles they're putting out, because it is a very, very hard race and it is very hard fought just to get to the finish line. So congrats to the entire Ford Performance team, all the drivers, all the team members that made it happen. I really enjoyed following along, and congrats, it was super sick. So came home from SEMA the next day, threw a surprise party for my wife. Birthday girl! For her 40th birthday. Went off without a hitch. I'm very proud of myself for being able to pull something like that off in the mix of all the other fun things we have going on. But the following weekend, I was able to go ride UTVs. We have a couple cabins in West Virginia at the Hatfield-McCoy Trails, and whenever I can, it's just amazing reset to go out and mob the trails with my friends. And so a whole squad of us went up. We had a little Friendsgiving. I took my YXZ out and had such a freaking blast. For those of you that don't know about the Yamaha YXZ, these things come with sequential transmissions or paddle shifters, and they are straight up the best driving experience that a UTV can offer. Is literally like a race car in the woods. And so trails like the Hatfield-McCoy trails that are like really long rally roads that are super tight, ledges off the side, like there's nothing better. It is literally like driving a full-blown race car through the woods, banging gears, blip shifting. Like, I just freaking love this machine. And so we had so much fun. You'll see some clips of our ripping here. Very nice reset before getting into what now is the end of year, what I call insanity, because I dip out the middle of December to go on vacation with the family. So we've got roughly a month to go through budgeting and planning and dreaming and strategizing now. So that was my reset, get my brain back together after SEMA, after a crazy year. And now the work happens to earn everything that you guys will see next year. Yeah, and so with that, let's go check out the lab. There's been a ton of progress since I've been gone. We're making magic, and it is freaking busy. There's like a yard sale in there. There is stuff everywhere. The team is like working in between all of it. It's very impressive to see. We have an unbelievable group of people, and it's just kind of those things that I just pinch myself, like, we're doing all this? This is all happening? So let's check it out. All right, so in the lab, as you can see, there is just stuff everywhere. Upstairs, we've got all of, basically they've painted, they've mudded, they've done all the things. Actually, there's a little bit of paint work that still needs to be done, but they've mudded it all up. Windows are going in soon. I'll take you upstairs so you can see what's going on. But first, let's go here in the fab shop. You can see we got a Bronco over there getting worked on. That's a sweepstakes we did with Monster Energy. FD cars are getting prepped. Things are just getting ripped out. Motors are getting torn apart. Everything is happening, getting ready for 2025 season. We've got this suite convertible being built. We'll tell you who and what that's for in the future. Very excited about that project. We've got another chassis here being built, which will become Ben's new chassis for 2025. As you guys know, he was running Chelsea's old chassis. That car had been in service for multiple years, multiple crashes. Ben didn't do it too many favors this year, especially in Long Beach when he smashed it. So getting him a fresh car, he's ready, he deserves it. And next year is gonna be an amazing year for Ben. So as you can see, construction. So this is basically gonna be windows, and this is gonna be all engineering upstairs. Let's take a walk up our new steps so we can do it together for the first time. Come in here, boom. And then for those of us that work upstairs, ooh, let's see. Are they sturdy? Oh yeah. Oh, wait a minute, what's that sound? Okay, all right. Oh, yep. We got steps, ladies and gentlemen. Dun, dun, dun. All right, come on up. So as you can see, all the HVAC's in, all the mudding's happening, painting's is getting ready to happen. So this will be all offices. And then back there will be some offices as well as a conference room for meetings. Because engineers need to have meetings to talk about things, to have meetings to talk about more things, to talk about things and then make things, basically. Yep, how's everybody doing over here? Well, let me check out this side. Hey! Slacking off down there, bud. Just kidding, we don't have that problem here. Once again, friends, I really, really appreciate all the love, support. You guys are just incredible. And the last thing I need to plug, Black Friday, funhaver.com, rtrvehicles.com. We don't usually do sales, and a Black Friday we go big. So if any of you need any of those products, check us out. I wish you all the best for the new year. Enjoy the holidays. I know I'm going to reset, enjoy the family time, and get ready for what is going to be a badass 2025. We're coming. See you soon. Whoa!